I just want you all to know I will be sweating profusely throughout this entire video. It's 31 degrees today, and in London that feels about 70. As most of you know who follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter will know, I've been hugely getting into my health and fitness over the past 6 months, and you will also know I fucking love it. Since I started exercising properly 6 months ago, it has been utterly life-changing. Like, totally and utterly life-changing. Now, last year and the year before, I tried a lot of antidepressants, and exercise has helped me so much more than any of them ever did. Prozac sent me insane, and I do not use that word lightly. I totally understand that for a lot of people, antidepressants are a lifesaver, but we have to remember that all our brains are wired very differently, and so different brains need different things. So just for me personally, antidepressants, well, did the opposite of what they were supposed to do for me, if you know what I mean. Did I want them to work? Yes. Did they? No. Now, I never wanted to do exercise for anxiety. Obviously, I knew that exercise can really help people mentally, but for me it was about finding a form of exercise that I loved. So the fact that I love boxing to my utter core is honestly amazing, because not only do I enjoy it and actually look forward to going, my head feels clearer, I feel like mentally so much lighter. So that is fucking amazing. And yes, swearing was necessary then. I am also extremely careful with what I eat. A lot of people are like, fuck it, you only live once, food is there to be enjoyed all the time, I want a pizza, so I'm gonna have a pizza. I get that totally and utterly, but in my own opinion, eating healthily just makes me feel better. Don't get me wrong, I love pizza, and I'm not saying that broccoli makes my brain any better. I mean, maybe it does. I'm sure there's some random study somewhere that says broccoli makes you less depressed, but I don't think it does. I don't even like water. There's nothing. I do have a point to this video, by the way. I know I haven't got there yet. I was just merely setting the scene for you. So as I said at the beginning, I started my fitness journey about 6 months ago, and in that time I've been following a lot of fitness bloggers on Instagram and a lot of reality stars that are into health and fitness. I feel like the whole industry is lacking in just a fuckload of honesty. I'm not saying this is true for all fitness bloggers and nutrition people on Instagram. I just feel like there's a disconnect between what they're doing and what they're saying. Number 1, food. I eat very, very healthy about 6 days a week. I know for some people that's too much and that's too controlling, and that's totally fine that you think that. When you start working out properly and you start to see your body changing and toning, and you just feel more on your A game, I guess, it just all feels worth it. Do I sound like a dick? Oh, I really hope not. Now this is where I think fitness bloggers need to be more honest. Okay, I'm sure there are some people that just love to have one flat grilled mushroom and a little bit of scrambled egg for breakfast, and for lunch just like a teeny bit of salad and one flat grilled chicken breast. But let's be honest, this does not reflect the other 99% of the population who don't. I can very much enjoy a bowl of porridge. Would I rather have a huge fat white baguette with egg and bacon and mayonnaise and butter? Yes! As some of you know, I make porridge that I call poo porridge, which is essentially porridge that I add cacao to so it looks like I've taken a shit in a bowl. And you know they say that it keeps you fuller for longer? They're talking bollocks. I'm genuinely starving an hour later. 99% of us don't have time to make these beautiful looking breakfasts and these beautiful dinners with fucking edible flowers on top. Who has edible flowers in their kitchen? When I'm walking into a lunch place and decide what to have, do I want salad? Baguette. Baguette? Salad. I want baguette, but I'll have salad. Now the fact that I chose the salad isn't the point. The point is I am admitting I would rather have the baguette. If you want to see results from working out, you have to make sacrifices and you have to make certain choices, but it's not necessarily what the heart wants, you know? Also, there are many famous people on Instagram. You know, they've just ordered all this fucking food for room service, like waffles, pancakes, white bread, they're having a pizza, and they're so slim and toned, and they think they're being really inspiring and being like everyone else, and like, oh look, I eat like you. A, you might have ordered a pizza, but you know you only had one slice. And B, all you're making young girls think is that they can eat all that shit and look like you, which is unrealistic. If you desire to look fit and toned and whatever else you desire, it takes fucking dedication and hard work. I know some people watching this will be thinking, oh, but you've always been thin, you know. My body has changed in the past 6 months more than I actually ever thought it would. I know I've always been slim, but my body has changed from where it used to be when I really didn't do any exercise to now where I go 5 or 6 times a week. And that hasn't happened because I've been sitting on my arse and eating fuckloads of chips. I'm never going to be someone that says, oh, I'm so slim, oh, I don't know why. I've worked my arse off to get my body to where it is. I've made sacrifices, I've said no to things I wanted to, because it makes me feel so good. And I mean that mentally and physically. I just wish other fitness people were a tad more honest about how they live their life. The second thing that annoys me, wow, this channel has turned ranty. I'll admit, I follow quite a few reality TV stars on Instagram, and obviously a lot of them work out and a lot of them film whilst they're working out. Their makeup hasn't moved, they don't seem out of breath, there's no sweat anywhere. When I work out, I genuinely sweat like a bitch. I'm not kidding, I sweat from places I didn't even know it was possible to sweat from, and I love it. Like, I'm so proud of how much effort I've put into that workout. If I didn't sweat, I'm genuinely pissed off. But all these people seem to post as their post-workout smug-ass selfies. I don't know what you're smiling at, mate. You probably did one fucking burpee and you took a picture. So if you're going to promote fitness, at least promote the reality of it and what it really involves. Or you're setting a terrible example and you're making people think if they're really red or sweaty or exhausted when they come out of their class that they're fucking unfit. When actually, it just means they've really challenged themselves and they've really tried hard.
That's right, then well. Good, big double tuck. Jump up for 10. Let's go, one after the other, one after the other. Last 10 now, keep going, keep jabbing. 20 seconds left to go.
I want to inspire people to work out, but in a really normal, down-to-earth, honest way. Being healthy and eating healthy and working out is hands down the best thing I ever did in life, actually. And I can't recommend it more highly if you're suffering from mental health issues. I do totally understand that at the beginning when you feel awful, it's very hard to motivate yourself. So you can start small, you can go swimming or you can go for a walk or anything that's kind of active. So don't feel like you don't need to do as much as I am at the beginning or even ever if you don't want to. Because what it is that when you're in a class or you're swimming or whatever it is you're doing exercise-wise, you're so focused on what you're doing that you don't think about anxiety. And when you've come from a place like I have, when you think about anxiety from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, to have that release for even just a split second is just so worth it. And then the more you start doing it, the more you'll start getting those endorphins going and they'll just be releasing throughout your entire body, and then you'll start to feel just lighter and amazing. Oh my god, I could talk about it for so long. I actually don't know who I am anymore. And I mean that in just the best possible way. I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff about fitness. I mean, I would say I'm sorry if you're not into that, but I'm into that. And I'm passionate about that, so I want to talk about it. I think that's it. I mean, I've spoken about this for a while. I think that should definitely be it. Oh, I should not be doing this because I have not shaved my armpits. Bye.